All right, welcome to Aligned Trading, taking a look at the week ahead in SPY, as well as going over last week's SPY recap. Now, if you watched Sunday's video, you would have known for this week ahead that if there was going to be any upside, right, we had this 20, 5, and 200 day. Now, we talked about this 200 day right here not forming as resistance in over a year, right? If we go back and you take a look at it, when was the last time that we were below it, right? October of 2023. So I explained you have to pay a lot of attention here and trade very safe, because if this does form this rejection structure with this head and shoulder off of the 20 and 200 right here, then we would most likely be heading further down, at least closing this cup right here. Now you can see that we got that right here, and then right, we've started gapping down aggressively and selling, and even overnight, another gap down. So I just kind of want to talk about what is going on. So with the gap down in ES overnight, here on Monday, what you must pay attention to is this is obviously going to be a huge level right here, and this is the cup close, right? So from here, we will likely see a bounce, right, as this 20 and everything has to catch back up. But again, right, no need to be calling for the reversal, because we can always start to form this and continue heading down, right? Plenty of liquidity to grab here on the way down. And until, right, we regain this 5 and 20 day moving average, then you must be paying attention to that. The larger time frame is irrelevant for most of us here, as we are here to trade the chart daily. So taking a look here at the 30-minute chart, I am going to keep it brief, but I will explain this, right? So on Monday, we have this gap down right here, and we close the cup that we talked about if we do start to form this rejection, right? So we're waiting for this handle. You see that handle forming with green and white, right? So it doesn't form right here. We get another move back up on Wednesday. You can see that inverse head and shoulder as we're within this red algo. You see that red algo again. So if we would continue moving up, right, grabbing this shoulder, closing this cup, right, blue and yellow, and then breaking out if there was a bounce, and this was just an overreaction. But here's that gap down Monday, right at this level, form the resistance, right, head and shoulder, inverse cup and handle again, and we're seeing this orange selling algo continuing to work right here, right, time after time here. And then same thing, this orange is still in control. So on Monday, with the gap down, be paying attention to that orange selling algo. Now when the bounce does form, what must be seen is this orange, right? You can see how we are continuing this selling down here. Watch for that yellow and to form that inverse head and shoulder, and then we can see a move back up, but gotta still be paying attention to this orange as we can continue selling down with that green and white, right? Just pay attention to that. Now I have also gone ahead and updated the levels for you guys, and as you can see on Friday, the levels that you have, they are wonderful. And look, if you're paying attention, right, there is a trade, head and shoulder, right, inverse cup and handle. This is the only trade you needed for the entire day right here. As we start moving down, right, that same algo, head and shoulder. So just this trade alone, right, you see that algo forming, and then here's that inverse head and shoulder, get a move back up, cup and handle, right, same thing, right? Well, we don't have the handle there. We can't quite close this cup. Well, then there's no reversal. And you see this dump starting to form again, right? Here's that handle, head and shoulder. You can see that another inverse cup and handle in there, right? So all of these things exist. If you're watching for them, right, you will be able to find the trade. Again, right, that same inverse cup and handle, head and shoulder, and there is the move down. And then you also have, right, this shoulder of liquidity. We grab it right here, close this cup, right, as we start to form this. You can get another trade in here, but can't continue grabbing this liquidity on the way up, right? Closing the larger cup. And that is why there's no reversal there. So there's always profits for you to find. It is up to you. You have the levels. You understand how to trade the structure and the algorithms. So just do it. Do not pay attention to the noise, right? Gap down, gap up, 1%, 2%, 3%, whatever it is. Just trade what the day gives you. And then, of course, right, understand the implied volatility if you are trading the options, and don't shoot yourself in the foot with that as well. Now, I know a lot of you have not traded these zones and maybe even these conditions before, but for those of us who have, it is very straightforward. It does seem like a lot of noise, but like I'm saying, right, just wait for your trades to set up. You do not have to even trade every single day. Just find the good trades that fit your plan, right, that you identify. As you can see here myself, again, right, not able to trade as much as I'd like to this week still, but I still am able to find my trades, right, using my charts, using the algorithms, and everything here that you are provided as well. So it's just up to you, and truly up to your discipline and what you really want from this. I mean, you can find the trades, like I'm saying. If you want to wait for a good trade, wait for something good like that, right? You get a head and shoulder, right? There's your inverse cup. Wait for that retest of this level to make sure, right? There's your handle. And just off of this one trade alone, right? This is 517. Even if you only took it to 514, you're done for the day, right? You don't even need this extra piece. As I explained, now if you have a runner, right, obviously wonderful. That runner alone is going to go for more than this entire move with the entire position. So it's about setting yourself up to be involved in the trade. You're not going to be a master of predicting it. It's not about that. Before wrapping it up, we do have FOMC minutes on Wednesday and then CPI on Thursday. So just pay attention to those two news things. Well, other than that, that's all I have for the video. So thank you everyone for watching.